I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. In behind that strong cold front, our daytime temperatures once again tomorrow mostly in the teens with some low 20s in Kansas. Snow and some sleet is likely through tonight on the backside of low pressure, moving on into northern Missouri. Most of the heavier accumulating snow falls in central and eastern areas this evening for about 2 to 4 hours. Visibilities could be low at times with north winds gusty to around 40 through tonight. Most of the snow ends by midnight or a little after. Overnight lows and the strong winds teaming up for wind chills of 20 to 40 below by tomorrow morning. High pressure builds in for increasing sunshine tomorrow, but winds continue to gust to around 30. Friday, we see a little warming with highs in the 20s in Nebraska, the low to mid 30s over Kansas. Highs quickly warm into the upper 40s to the mid 50s this weekend through early next week. Low pressure latching on to some Gulf moisture for a decent rain chance and even some thunderstorms possibly on Sunday night. In the long-term forecast, Nebraska and Kansas temperatures stay slightly warmer than normal the early half of next week. That's before temperatures cool back to seasonal levels late next week through March 7th. Above normal precipitation is indicated for Nebraska and Kansas Monday through the first 7 days of March, especially late next week through March 7th. Key weather factors driving the markets include a major winter storm in the U.S., more dry weather in Argentina, and heavy rain continuing in Brazil. A sprawling, powerful, and dangerous winter storm crossing central areas of the Rockies and Plains today reaches New England by early Friday. A blizzard warning is in effect today from parts of Wyoming into the upper Midwest, mainly due to low visibility. Snow and wind-related impacts include travel disruptions and severe livestock stress that will linger into tomorrow across the upper Midwest. Unusually warm air lingers through the weekend along and near the Gulf Coast. In the western U.S., cold weather accompanies a procession of Pacific storms. Western locations of the southern plains are being missed by the current storm and remaining dry with strong winds, possibly increasing the stress for wheat and drawing more moisture out of the soil. A storm Sunday through Monday moves on a more favorable track for widespread precipitation in the southern plains, but amounts still uncertain for the drought areas. In Argentina, any rain is likely to be limited the rest of this month, keeping the stress high for corn and soybeans. Possibly adding to the Argentina crop stress could be a burst of heat next week. For Brazil, rains continue for much of the growing regions the next week, except for Rio Grande do Sul, where the rain is more limited. Delays continue for soybean harvest and second crop corn planting in Brazil, which may leave the corn going through pollination during their dry season. Despite the delays, the planting pace still rather rapid with the rainy conditions. Benefiting from the Brazil rain is corn already in the ground. I'm Paul Perkins. That's a check of the ag weather.